Good morning everyone and welcome to our second thought of the day. I hope it's as lovely and sunny tomorrow morning as it is at the moment. We've got our sunglasses on. It's all well and good.
It's
considering.
lovely.
Yeah. So hopefully you'll all be sunbathing tomorrow, and then while you're sunbathing you can be listening to this wonderful video of us. So Gemma's going to read from Exodus.
It's Exodus 2:23 to 3:10. Years passed and the king of Egypt died. But the Israelites continued to groan under their burden of slavery. They cried out for help, and their cry rose up to God. God heard their groaning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew it was time to act. One day Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. The bush was engulfed in flames. It didn't burn up. "This is amazing," Moses said to himself. "Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go and see." When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called him from the middle of the bush. "Moses, Moses!" "Here I am," Moses replied. "Do not come any closer," the Lord warned. "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob." When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. Then God told him, "I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abuse them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people out of Egypt."
So this is a pretty well-known passage. I think most of you know what happens before and what happens after, but we were quite struck by some of the stuff that was in here. So the story goes that Moses is wandering around, he's minding his own business, probably on his commute to work or wandering about, taking a nice stroll in the woods, stuff that we would normally do, and he sees this burning bush, something that was probably quite ordinary for him. There's nothing that suspicious about it. Imagine just seeing someone drive a car, or maybe like a nice car, like, oh, that's a nice car. It's something that's not too important though. It gets interesting though when Moses looks at this bush and it's not burning up. It's on fire, but it's not doing anything. And so he comes closer and he inspects the bush, and he says he was amazed. And so God then calls to him. He hides his face because he's afraid to look at God. God calls him, and when he realizes he's ashamed, he's afraid, and he hides his face. Yet God still loved him, and God still called him to do his work, basically.
So we are all ashamed and afraid of some stuff in our own lives, I'm sure, yet God still loves us and he calls us on his mission. It's so easy to focus on what we're afraid of, what we're ashamed of, all the stuff we can and can't do. But we need to let go of that and just follow where God is calling us to do, like Moses did. And it might be something obvious, something massive and really easy to find and see where you should be going, or it might be really tiny, something small you can do for the community, especially in times like this, or it might be something completely unique that no one's ever thought of before. But take a moment today and think about what God might be nudging you to do. What can you do? What is God calling you to do? So take a moment and listen to God, maybe light a candle and have a pray about where God might be calling you.
Good. So that was our little thought for the day. Hopefully you found it useful, helpful, and yeah, as Gemma said, we challenge you to spend time listening to where God could be calling you to, what God could be calling you to do. So yeah,
have a great day.
Have a great day.
Disney Plus is out today.
Woo!
We're gonna have a great time.
We're having an excellent time watching many things on Disney Plus.
Frozen 2.
How exciting.
Come on.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.